Hello, y'all. Shaniqua is here. What is up? Hi. Yes. Anyway, it's been about a little over a week since my last video. There was a little birthday party going on then. And we decided to have a little fun and make a video of the party and have a little skit going on. It was a really fun video to do. But that's not the point of this video. Now, a couple days before the big birthday party that we did a video on, I had a really bad feeling about my mother. Shaniqua's mother had a really bad feeling. Okay? And it was going on for a couple days, and I was like, okay, you know what? I can't take it no more. I need to go see her. I need to know what the fuck is up. And pretty much when I went down there, saw her, because I haven't heard anything from her for a while, and I just had, you know, an uncomfortable feeling. So went down there, saw her, and she told me that she had just gotten out of the hospital. She went to the hospital on the 1st, May 1st. I went down and saw her around on the 4th or the 5th, I believe. And she had just gotten out of the hospital, and she almost died, okay? Almost died. And the place she was staying at they didn't fucking call me or anything. They were like, just whatever about it. And my mother's in the hospital dying from a massive infection on her leg, and no one bothered to tell me or call me. So you best believe I was fucking pissed. I was pissed. And she's still going through the infection. She's at my house now. I brought her back so that we can take care of this, and so it doesn't progress and get worse and all that. And I have pictures I'll show you of the infection, of the stages from when I first saw her up until now. And I'll even take this camera and go into the guest room where she's laying down and show you an updated version of what her leg looks like right now. But this is what happened. How it got so bad. There was this a couple years ago, about 2 years ago when this originally started. She had gotten a spider bite. And the bite was very close to a blood vessel that was near the surface of her skin, near the surface of her leg. That bite eventually went away, but it kind of like stayed a scab that was itching sometimes and whatever. It never really healed properly because of that blood vessel that was so close to the surface of the skin. Sometimes it would bust open, like she would bump her leg, or she would scratch it by accident or whatever. That blood vessel would pop open, and it would just be all over, just spraying blood everywhere, to the point where she would almost bleed to death. She went to the hospital many times for that, and they eventually told her if that vein is not cauterized and snipped down and whatever, it will continue to do that. It will not heal, will not get better. That vein needs to be cauterized and surgically properly fixed, or else it won't get better. Around in February, it was raining. And there was this big puddle of rainwater that she stepped in, and it got into that scab where the vein was. They would pop open and spray blood every now and then, almost hospitalize her, almost kill her then. And over a course of a couple months, the little tiny scab, little tiny little scab, blew out into this horrible, horrible infection. Horrible. And now I'm going to show you what the infection looked like when I first saw her, after she got out of the hospital for the second time for the infection. She's been in the hospital many times for the thing on her leg, but this is the second time she went to the hospital for the infection. The first time the infection wasn't that bad, they didn't really give a damn. Second time she went because it was just so bad. She was in intense pain, she was crying, she couldn't walk, she couldn't do this, it was horrible. They immediately rush her back and give her an IV, 2 IVs, full of antibiotics. And the doctors and nurses were so scared of it that they wouldn't even allow her to clean it. They wouldn't even touch it. She asked them, can you please help me? Can you please clean this? Can you please do something? And they were like, no, we're not doing that here. And she's like, well, give me the damn stuff. I'll clean it myself. She goes, no, you're not cleaning that here. And Mom was like, what the fuck? It's like they were scared of whatever type of infection they had. She had. And they wouldn't tell her what infection it was. They just told her that she had a massive infection. And they even did an x-ray to make sure the infection didn't reach her bone and was eating her bone. Thank God it wasn't. And they also took a bunch of blood and checked her white blood cell count and a bunch of other things. Everything came out okay. Her white blood cell count was fine, which means the infection wasn't really in her blood yet, and it hadn't hit her bone. It was just in the skin, you know, decaying her skin. It was just ugh. But anyway, back to the pictures. Here are a series of pictures going in order from when I first saw it up until the last picture I took. I'll play those for you right now. First picture, like I said, is when I first saw the infection after she got out of the hospital when it was still in its critical stage up until now, when the last picture I took, which was a couple days ago. But last night, my mom got me up early in the morning, said the scab that was over the wound, or over the infection, had came off. And she was like, you need to see this. And I was so tired. So tired. And I was like, I'll look at it when I get up. I promise. So, now that I'm up, I decided to make this video, talk about it, and we're going to look at this infection, how it looks now, together. Okay? Let me just take this camera and we'll have a look-see. Sorry, my hand's like right in the way. I paused it and I was like hoping I could flip it around, but I can't flip it around to the other side. You just have to follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Okay, dokie. Okay, people. This is how it looks now. Oh my God, that is so much better. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see this on the camera, but that's the way it looks now, you guys. Almost completely healed. That is almost completely healed, Mom.
Yeah, but it burns like a sucker. The scab came off.
I know, but do you see how your skin's coming back and everything?
Yeah, but I hope it gets better.
It's getting way better. I hope you guys can see that on there. Where's the lens? Right there. But yeah. That's the way it looks now. So, as you can see, a total drastic difference from the pictures I just showed you, from when I first saw her up until now. But the problem is, she's scared that since she finished the antibiotics that they gave her a bunch of antibiotics to take, she finished those and everything, she's scared that the infection may come back, because that's what happened before, that it came back. And it sent her back to the hospital. So pray that does not happen. Anyway, I'll let you go back to sleep. It hurts? Well, it's... that is true. By the way, I fed the baby kit, by the way. Yeah. So, that's what it looks like now compared to how it looked when I first saw her. And again, the house that she was staying at, nobody told me a damn thing. Nobody told me that she was sent to the hospital almost dying from this infection. Nobody called me. Everybody had my number. Nobody told me nothing. And I was pissed. Put the camera back where it was. Give me a second. I was pissed. Severely pissed. And then I got scared. And I broke down crying like a motherfucker, crying like a little baby. I was scared. And that's why I decided to bring her back to my place. Because the place where she was at was a very unsanitary house, very dirty house, a lot of dogs, and the water there the pipes were corroded. There was no hot water. And like I said, the pipes were corroded. Every time you use the water, this black, moldy, gross gunk would be floating in the water. And whenever you use the sinks or the toilets or whatever, it would back up in the tub. gross as a motherfucker. And I was like, no, you are coming home with me. We are going to take care of this together and make sure you get better. I am not going to have you die on me. Because I almost did. A few times with this little injury thing that's been going on for almost 2 years. It recently got infected a couple months ago. But yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on with my mother and everything. Hopefully you guys could see the infection the way it looks now. It looks like it's really no longer infected too much. It's trying to heal. It's getting a lot better. Whew. So I will talk to you guys later. I'll be back with more videos. Just give me some time to get videos up. Things are really chaotic in my life right now, as you can tell, what I've been dealing with over the last week or so. So, anyway, I'll let you go. But one more thing I want to tell you real quick. Just one more thing. One of our cats had kittens. 7 kittens. 3 have already died. Yeah. But, the kittens are down here underneath the bathroom sink, and there's 4 that are left. 3 of them are perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. They're walking around. Everything is normal, except for the 4th one. Now I'm gonna get down on my knees, baby, and pull out this kitten. Oh my God, what are you doing? Come here. This one. Something is really, as you can see, wrong with it. It can't move, hardly. It can't support its body weight. It can't support its head weight. We started bottle feeding this kitten because it couldn't get any nutrients. It couldn't nurse because the other kittens wouldn't let it. They're way bigger than this one. And so we had no choice but to bottle feed it. And that's what we've been doing for the last 2 days now. As you can see, look, it just lays on its side like that. See how it flops around and everything? Just look at that. See? It can't really move that well. It has hardly any strength to support itself. Oh, careful, baby. And so we're trying desperately to make sure this kitten does not die. And it's a miracle it hasn't died yet. So I'm going to put you back down there with the mama. I'm going to show you the difference. Let me pull out one of the other kittens and show you the drastic difference. Look at this. Look how big this fucker is. All of them are this size compared to that one. And as you can see, this one can support its head, can support its weight, can climb, and everything. You know, it's just a regular kitten, you know. It's not like the other one's so super small, so vulnerable, and everything. It's actually better than that particular one. And the other kittens are just like that one, except for the one I just showed you the first time. So, watch. Look what it's doing. It's just flopping around on its side, trying to move like the other kittens can, but it really can't do anything. And sometimes it will just spin and spin and spin and do little flips. It will flip and flip and flip and flip and flip. So we're trying to take care of this one, get its strength back up, and everything. So hopefully this kitten will live. So those are the 2 things I want to talk to you about. The most important thing was my mother and her injury. Whew. Bad. Anyway, Shaniqua is over and out. I'm gone, done talking about this. I'll keep you an update. Keep you guys updated on her situation, her leg. If it continues to get better, or if it continues to get better, or what. And I'll keep you updated about the cat too. The little kitten down here. There's like, my makeup is messing up over here. What the hell's going on? I got ready in a hurry, you guys. Because, better. I got ready in a huge hurry because I wanted to get this documented. So I can show you guys what's going on in Shaniqua's life right now. So, I will talk to you guys later. I will keep, like I said, I'll keep you guys updated on her injury as well as the kitten down there. And I'll probably be doing a video log on its status from here on out. Because we have to, like I said, we have to bottle feed it. And I looked up a recipe online, and it's a mixture of goat's milk, water, yogurt, plain full-fat yogurt, and eggs. You mix that all together, and it's actual formula that the cats can survive on. Interesting. And it's working. So peace out, y'all. Talk to y'all another time. Shaniqua loves y'all. Hugs and kisses. Mwah.